What's up, everybody? It's OrcaPorca537 Gaming and More with Michael. I have not uploaded a video in almost, I don't know how long. I don't even want to know. Somebody can point it out to me. And I figured, well, this is something that needs a video. It needs to be documented, my feelings on this, because this is a momentous occasion in Nintendo history, and for me as well, because I have this, a Nintendo Switch 2. I pre-ordered, and I got it way sooner than I expected. So we're going to be unboxing this thing as well. We're going to be unboxing this thing as we get my camera set up in a really crappy position. I suppose here is good. Let's open you up. Actually, I think I could just like dangle you for the most part. No, I can just like set you on somewhere. I think I'm going to keep all the B-roll in this video, just so people can see how much of a process that this was for me to... Right there is good. Okay. Now, I do not want to destroy this box in case there's ever an issue. I hope like heck there's never an issue. Huzzah. Let's try to get that in frame. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, there we go. That's in frame now. We have here the Joy-Con 2. One of them right here. This is the right one. And we have here our Joy-Con 2, our left one right here. And I'm just going to walk over to my little area, and I'm going to pick up a Joy-Con 1 for comparison. This is you. And this is the person she tells you not to worry about. Figured I'd make that joke before somebody else did. Probably sure somebody already has. Like the least original person on the planet. Okay. Well, let's see how you... Oh, I do like that. That was a satisfying click. So how do you... Oh, just like that. Ooh, that's a really nice click. Ooh. I do like that. Okay, what else we got in here? This is the scratch-off download code. I do not like scratch-off codes. I've had serious problems in the past with them. So I'm going to see if I got a coin sitting around here somewhere. Gotta have one somewhere. Right here. Nice, lucky penny. Just ever so gently. Apply no pressure. Slow and steady wins the race, after all. And if I want to be racing on Mario Kart, I need to have this scratch so I can read it. Don't get impatient. Yeah, as you can see, I'm really taking my time with this, because I just could not bear the thought of this not working. I once bought a $50 Google Play card. I couldn't wait to get home. I tried scratching it in the car ride home, and that card is lost to the ether because of that. So if there's one thing you gotta know about me, it's I hate scratch-off cards. But luckily, we seem to have gotten it just fine. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. I don't know if I can focus on that. I don't think this camera autofocuses, like, at all. Yeah. I think it reads ET32 T5NW KN8X CNCR. Oh, and before you ask, no, this code doesn't work anymore, because this is pre-recorded and I've already redeemed this. So nice try. I'm not getting iShow speeded today. At least I think that's the guy who had the Fortnite card stolen from him. Alright, what else we got here? Nice controller grip. Probably toss away some of this packing material while I move. What do we got here? A little health and safety information pamphlet. I'll keep that just in case. What else we got here? Yes, the official Nintendo approved high-speed HDMI cable. I don't really have a 4K 120Hz HDMI cable, and I wasn't able to get one by the time this thing arrived, and I figured I didn't need one if I had this. So, let's just get you plugged in. Moving over to my telly off camera. Had to move one of my cords around because I did not want to have to thread this in a place I didn't want it to go. There we are. What else we got then? So we still got a few more things here in our box of accoutrements. We have our official charge brick. We have our official charge cord. Nintendo engraved etched logo right there, so that's how you know this one is the one you're quote-unquote supposed to be using. So we're just gonna unravel you. Oh no, I don't want to tangle that. Everybody knows when you tangle a cord, it never, ever becomes untangled perfectly ever again. And I think I might have just done that to this one without even, like, realizing it at first. Okay. Yeah, at least it's short, so there's not a lot of tangles. Excellent. And we're just going to plug your Type-C into there. And we're going to walk off camera again to plug this in. Let's unplug the cord for my Oculus 3 dock so we can plug in this. And speaking of dock, we have ours right here. So I think we ought to go over this really quick. You see it's got ventilation, it's got fans. Now this, I think, pops off gently. Yeah, it does. It's removable, which is a nice touch from the old one. There's your, don't know if you can see, camera. How do I'm trying, I really am. There's your HDMI port right here. There's your Type-C port here. And there's your Ethernet port there. No LAN port, LAN port's there, but no USB port on the, oh wait, no, never mind, they're on the sides. But there used to be one in here, and I guess there was nowhere else to put it because of the fan up there. Okay. So we're just gonna go off camera temporarily and just plug in our aforementioned dock. So we got a few things. We got our little HDMI cord. Then we have our power cord, which right here. Oh wait, that's not the right one. It's kind of looped. This goes right here. Then I think I need to borrow the Ethernet from something I have hooked up. Do I have an Ethernet hooked up to anything over here? I don't believe I do, other than my desktop, I think. Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? So, that's for my desktop. That's for the stuff upstairs. Well, I guess we can just borrow the Ethernet from my desktop so we can test. I don't even think that's gonna reach. Oh, yeah. Okay then. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to use our Ethernet switch for this. Plug that into there. Then this gets plugged into here and into here. Make sure that that registers that our computer's on the Ethernet. I don't think it registered it's on the Ethernet. No, it says it is, but it says link 1 is on the Ethernet. But where is link 2? Maybe this Ethernet port doesn't work. There we are. That should be working now. Disconnect from the Wi-Fi, and there. Now I think we're hooking up to the Ethernet. It's trying. Let's see. Well, I'm just going to have to figure that out later. Hopefully the Ethernet works on that. I guess I'll have to figure that out later, won't I? Maybe I can just move the dock over a bit. Should have some room to go theoretically somewhere beside my Switch 1. I mean, right here maybe. That ought to be close enough for the Ethernet to reach. I made the conscientious decision to not cut B-roll out of this so people could see exactly, well, not entirely see, but you know what I mean, exactly in real time how much effort this has taken for everything to essentially get set up. And so far it hasn't been horrible per se, but it's definitely been a learning curve because some of the stuff that I need to do just isn't properly ready yet. Just toss aside the packing material for right now. Won't be needing that for a while. Hopefully not anyway. Put the back plate back onto the dock. Now hopefully that just clips in there like so. It's not clipping entirely in easily, and I don't want to force it, you know. Oh, I see, those cables are in the way. I think I noticed that. There we are. Now it's all put back in there. So then we're just gonna set you right there. I think we could probably, yeah, that's good there. Okay, so I guess we ought to move on to testing the telly stuff. Okay. Put you in the dock. It's barely charged this first time use. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to taking these Joy-Cons off because they're a bit different, but nothing that doesn't seem too hard to do. Yeah, now they said the plus goes in at the bottom and then at the top, just like that. Bottom, top. Now these should be registered to my console because I have already, I've already essentially clipped them on so they're registered because the thing was on when they were clipped on. So now if I switch to HDMI 2, and I apologize, but I do not have a capture card at this current date and time, so you're not going to be able to see like basically anything of what I'm doing for now. Okay, it's telling me to take it out of the dock. Oh, it's telling me to put the controllers onto it now. Well, it's telling me I'm doing it wrong, I guess. Okay. On you go then. There's your left. There's your right. Okay, Nintendo Switch 2 boot logo. Okay. English US. I'm in the Americas. Accept the license agreement. Internet settings. Let's get connected. Let's connect to the 5 gigahertz because that's our basement. Where this is. Please wait. About to download update data. Time zone. We are UCT 6, we are Regina time. With a Nintendo Switch, you can play games wherever you want, however you want. The system stand can adjust whatever angle you like. Pull out the rear stand. How do you... Oh, I don't like how I... How do I feel nervous, because it... Okay, it's like barely any force. You just have to gently pull and, like, don't do anything. Using stand. Detach the right Joy-Con too. Nice. Detach the left Joy-Con too as well. Select next with the controller you removed. You can use accessories. I'm going to skip the attachment guide for now. Choose a style. You can choose it at any time. Now it is telling me it has to update and there are 2 minutes left. With an actual percentage, which is nice. I think I'm just going to let that do its thing. So how did we get here with the Switch 2? Well, it went like this. NES, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, GameCube, Wii U, Nintendo Switch 2. Every iteration improved on itself one way or another. And everything was different enough that it warranted the successor and everything after it. We went from radio silence to leaks, a lot of which were true, a lot of which weren't. Then we had that shadow drop trailer on YouTube back in February, the most, hey, fine thing I've ever seen in my life. And it didn't really hit as hard as it should have because, let's be honest, we've already seen it because people had to spoil what it looked like. And what's worse than that is people had to be right about it. And I forgot the camera is not pointing at my face. I am so sorry. Probably did the world a favor by doing that anyway. I'm the worst. Okay. Now, then, what else? The price and the availability is a big barrier, but I'd argue price is the biggest barrier right now, because as for availability, I don't think I would have been able to get a Switch 1, like, what day is it? 14th? A week into release, considering how out of stock it was. I mean, the Wii was the exact same way. So, yeah. Biggest barrier is price for anybody. It's like, yeah. System updates complete. Click OK. Okay. I do not want a system transfer because I don't want to do that. I want to add a user. I want to sign in a Nintendo account. Okay, so I can sign in with a QR code on my smart device. So if I just tell my phone to open Lens. Open Lens. Uh-huh. There we are. I want to select that account. My confirmation code is, I can't tell you that. It's a secret. What do you mean code is incorrect or is expired? Oh, maybe I put 2 zeros. Yeah, I had 6 digits, that's why. Okay. It's adding my user. Okay. I want to skip adding another user for right now. Skip parental controls. I can skip the microSD Express because I don't have that. Nintendo Switch 2 boot logo. No Man's Sky Nintendo Switch 2 edition. I'll click on that. 50 minutes left. I'm just going to cancel that one. Because I don't actually want that one to be on there yet. Okay. There's my virtual game cards. So I guess we want Mario Odyssey. We want to load on system. I have to, okay, system unavailable. I have to set it as the primary system. Okay. Go to my accounts. Go back here. Game systems. I want to, virtual game cards, I want to register that. Keep using the system, continue. Okay, there we go. Okay, so Mario Odyssey wants to install. So while that's doing that, I might as well get the eShop set up. because I have to actually redeem that card that I showed you and actually told you what it was. And now I'm going to redeem it. And by the time this video goes live, that code is gone. Signing with a QR code. I want you to remember me because this is my Switch and I say so. So once more, we open Lens on our phone. I want to click OK. I need to use my PIN to unlock my phone. And click OK. Okay, well, we actually, we got that in. So now we enter our code. ET32 T5 N W K N 8 X C N C R. What do you mean? Don't tell me. It's not registering. Don't tell me this isn't going to work. Let me try it on my phone. Because something's wrong here. Oh! Okay, I see the problem. There's a little blob, and that's not a T. That's a 1! Okay. Yep, there we go. That one was entirely on me. Oh, Mario Odyssey is only going to be 4 more minutes. Might as well load YouTube on here. What else? Planterra's small, loaded on. What else? Mario Bros. Arcade Archives loaded on. Oh, that's the downloadable content. I'm gonna actually... What do I actually have on that? Nintendo eShop. I do love how much more streamlined this is. Up into the corner. How do I see what my purchases are? How do I do that? If I check on my phone, will it tell me what I own for that? Let's see here. Go back. User information. Please start the process from the beginning. Okay, go back to there. Okay, virtual game codes are loaded right now. Here it is. How do I see that? Like, how do I check what my store purchases were? I don't remember what I actually... Maybe it was the Piranha Plant for Smash? I don't really know. Like, it says I have something for Smash, but I don't remember what it is. I wonder if it's just the update data. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Odyssey is almost done. Yeah. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now is show off the UI of the console a bit. Now that I've actually got like things kind of... Like, I don't really know what to do because I don't got a capture card yet, so this will have to do. As you can see, the Switch 2 UI is basically the same as the Switch 1, except for the stuff at the bottom, which is still on Switch 1, so that's beside the point. Yeah, it's definitely something. Now, I'm going to actually tweak a few settings here, like they say to do in the Quick Start Guide. Data no, not data management. It was under Bluetooth audio. No, it was under here somewhere. We wanted button mapping and quick menu settings, so we can do that. Text to speech. Data management, uses controllers and accessories. Update the controllers if there is anything. Yeah, controllers can update now. I mean, I think they could for a while, but just not like official first-party Nintendo stuff. Don't touch any buttons on the controller or system. Wouldn't dream of it. Alright. Controller update complete. Pro controller wired communication. We want that on because that's going to bring us to the next part of today's little intro video. Is we are going to test out our we're going to test out the possibility of using some of my OEM controllers that I already have. So we're just going to pop the switch back in the back in the dock. Now we got it there. I want to later, we do not have HDR on this TV, so that has to be changed off. Okay, back up on my face again. Under display, we want HDR output off because this is not a TV. That's not a 4K display. Connected TVs, if you set up HDR visuals, be enhanced later. I don't want HDR. RGB range full if it supports it. Screen ban matching. 120 hertz output, leave that off because my TV doesn't support that. ALLM, I don't know if that's supported, so I'll leave that on. HDR output, we want for off because we don't have HDR. Auto sleep playing on system screen. Let's set that to 5 minutes instead of 10. Auto sleep connected to TV. Let's set that to 15 minutes instead of an hour. Play wake up sound in TV mode. Loud. Keep wired connection active in sleep mode, yes. Wake when AC adapter is disconnected. System update. We'll see if there actually is one. Nope, no system update. Dock update is up to date. System lock. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Battery percentage, yes. Stop charging around 90% to prolong the battery life. Auto software updates. We're going to leave that to off. Because I don't want this eating up more internet than it has to. Is there a way I can test the speed on this for the internet settings? We're on a wired connection. Just doing all that. Let's test the connection. Oh wow. Download speed 97.8 megabits per second. That's not bad per se. So I think this is actually 100 megabit Ethernet port. Now I wonder if I were to take my USB-C hub, which I've got sitting here somewhere, and if I were to plug it into the accessory port on the top, if I could get the internet speed higher. or if it's just locked to 100. Now, first of all, I don't think that's actually sitting there. I think it's somewhere else. Yeah, you're right here. Just gonna plug you into there, into top. And then we're just gonna unhook the Ethernet cable because I want to just you want to unhook the Ethernet cable from the dock, and you want to okay, yeah. Anytime I go really quiet on camera, it's usually because I'm trying hard to do something without breaking anything. I think the bottom clip goes first, and then the top clip goes in after. I'm not sure about that though. There, yeah, bottom clip first. Okay, she's in there. So now let's just do a little test and see if the Ethernet connection, first of all, works from a Type-C hub, and second of all, is improved at all by it. So first of all, let's see if the internet is actually working on that Type-C hub. Okay, it actually does connect on the Type-C hub to the wired internet. But now my question is the download speed any better on that Type-C hub? Or are we capped? It's thinking. 128. Okay, so I don't think it's actually capped on the Type-C hub, because if it was, it shouldn't be able to go above 100 megabits. So yeah, using a Type-C hub with a gigabit LAN port can actually get you a little bit better internet speed, as well as more controller ports. So that means if I go here, this should actually be downloading slightly faster now, which is nice. How long would it take to download YouTube? Download it now. Because YouTube's small, right? 1 minute. Yeah. That's not bad at all. You need the software to play. What do you mean I need the software to play? Oh, I need to actually... Yeah, I see. Okay. So that No Man's Sky Switch 2 edition doesn't work unless I own the original game. Well, I'm actually gonna delete that icon from the home menu, because it's just not going to be used right now. Okay. YouTube's done, so I guess Plantera's next. That was nice and quick. I actually did have problems with the original Nintendo Switch not wanting to use Ethernet adapters. It would actually like crash the system. I don't know if it was just a bad adapter or what, but I just know it didn't work, so I'm glad it does here. Yeah, download that first. So initial impressions, the setup is easy enough if you're not doing system transfer, which I wanted to start fresh, so I never did the system transfer. And the download speeds are really good, all things considered. Much faster than they used to be on Switch 1, especially considering the wired connection. I don't really know what else to talk about other than that because like I can't show gameplay footage right now because I don't have a capture card. But I just wanted to do an initial impressions. I guess while Mario Kart World is downloading, I could just show you how easy this is to remove these controllers. So you just gotta kind of hit the back bumper on them and gently pull. Hit the back bumper. Okay, hit the back bumper. Okay, that one doesn't want to come out easy. Gently. Oh, it might be a little bit stuck. Okay, there we go. I just worry a bit about that. Then I guess we could test the mouse mode while we're waiting for Mario Kart World to download because that's actually one of the new selling gimmicks of the console is the mouse mode. So now it goes clipped at the bottom and slide in the top. Just like this. I'll actually show you on the blue one because I didn't do it properly on that one. Didn't show you what I was doing. So you see there's a little minus symbol right here that's got to line up with the minus symbol on the Joy-Con rail. So you put the bottom at the bottom like that and you clip it in at the top and it just works. And wow, look at that. Like out of the box, it just, yeah. The mouse mode just straight up immediately works. Like immediately. Just as soon as it touches down, it lets you navigate the menus with the mouse. And I mean, this would be like really good for those mobile game ports that you probably can't use touch controls for. So I'm guessing that's why they made that so you could play those mobile game ports on the TV. And they do stand up fairly independent on their own with those little stands, which is nice. So if I go featured, these are all wrong. So then if I just pick the controllers up again, it just lets me use the controllers. Get recommendations. Yeah. No. I think if I like add games to my wish list, it'll kinda give me recommendations based on them. So these are this week's recommendations. Okay, what else? Great deals. Katamari reroll is $10. Ukulele is $3.77. What else? Lonely Mountain Downhill is 50% off. Oh, Bee Simulator is 90% off. I actually wanted to try that game someday, so maybe that'll be the time to do it when it's like that cheap. It's like $5 for a one-off. KO the Kangaroo's $5.30. What else? There's not really like a lot of, well, there's a lot of stuff on sale, but there's not really a lot that's interesting me right now. Sunseed Isle. What's this? Oh, that actually looks really interesting. Yeah, I'm wishlisting this. A little cat type farming game. What is the... Okay, so there's just some DLC that comes optional, but no, I don't really need that. What else? Old School. Oh, wow. Yep. M. Dickey is just one of the game creators of all time. He's one of them. He really is. He's just there, you know, and he's got some really good stuff. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a cinematic masterpiece, but I wouldn't tell people that it isn't either. Trivia for Dummies. Anything else really interesting? Ooh, Kill It With Fire is only $5. Portal Bridge Constructor Collection. The one I really want is the Portal Collection. Now, I don't actually know how much that is. I should actually check. Search, browse. Portal. What do you mean not available for... What do you mean not available for... What? I'm sorry. What? Huh? What is this? No, like legit, why? It's compatible. So why is it not? What? Hold on. Side tangent time. What is going on here? Oh, it's got compatibility issues. Okay, so like anything that like doesn't work how it's supposed to, looks like it gets delisted to prevent people from buying it. Okay, so the Legendary Collection is available for purchase, but the freaking Borderlands 3 isn't because of how bad it runs on Switch 2. Um, hmm. Shoot, well that means I'm gonna have to return my physical copy of Borderlands 3 because that's just not gonna run on here. Wish I would have known that earlier. So what else, like, does not run on here? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess I want to see how, like, the Switch 1 game cards work. Because I've heard people say that you can install them, but I don't know if that's true or not. Here's my copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate right here. This video is going to be like an hour long by the time I'm done, and most of it's just going to be B-roll of me doing nothing, but that's fine. I wanted to keep it as raw as possible. I'll post an edited version later, but yeah, this is mostly just an impressions video to show you exactly how long everything took. Now, Smash Bros. Ultimate, a new update is available. No, wait, no, not start software. I want to download the update. Download it first. Yes, I can do that. Alright, well, I guess it's time to go. Well, that was fun, and that was a big hour of me sitting here and just first impressions and whatnot. This will probably be up on my YouTube channel at some time today. So, see you on the next one when I've eventually got a capture card so I can show you more of the system itself on the screen. Bye-bye.